This is Coach Peter, and I want to just go over a few observations from our training scrimmages, which have been fantastic, just as we head into the weekend here. And so the first thing I want to just review is just what we're trying to do all over the field, and some call it a game model. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple for you guys, but it's a good picture and a good idea of what we're trying to do at all times. And you've heard me use the phrase keep, search, go. And that's really what we're looking to do. And I'm introducing a first one here, which is win, because we have to win the ball first. So if they have it, we want to do everything we can to win it. Keep possession, search for an opening, and then go. And this concept, by the way, is really used all over the field. And so I'll use an example here. We've done a really nice job of breaking this first line of defense, bringing the ball from our back line to our midfield line, particularly Friday night on turf. We did a really nice job of breaking this line. We did it because we were keeping possession, right? We weren't afraid to keep possession, search for an opening, and then from there go. Where I think things have broken down a little bit is once we get the ball to our midfield line is then moving up the field, connecting to our front line. And I think one of the reasons is when we have the ball in this part of the field, this middle part of the field, I think sometimes we're too eager to just go. And we've got some fantastic pace and skill out wide, and we want to use that. But when we're in the middle of the field here, it's going to be pretty crowded. And it tends to be pretty crowded with a lot of people. And so if once we break this first line, as we play and connect to this next line, we shouldn't feel that we have to turn. In fact, the better thing to do a lot of times is just play the way we're facing. So when you have pressure back on your back, and it's really not a turn situation, let's just be simple. Let's play the way we're facing. And what that does is that then that brings other people into the game. And then after we make that pass, play the way we're facing, then we can run off the ball. The second thing I want to talk about, and another reason why I think some of our inability to connect to that front line has been our movement off the ball. And so same thing. So we get the ball here to our midfield, and we're trying to connect to our front line. And I'm just going to use the 7 here. Let's say the 6 has the ball in the midfield here. Our tendency in this situation has been to just take off, to go down the field. Well, that's a really, really hard ball to connect, and it's a fun ball, but it's a hard ball to connect. And here we have possession, and then we put it in a position where it's a 50-50 foot race. So instead, our run might be here. If that ball down the line is not on or over the top is not on, let me peel back here and find some space. And so the phrase I want you guys to hear is your job is to create a line to the ball. Create a line to the ball. So that's the first question you need to ask is, can my player play me? And so in this situation, if he can't, I need to create a line to the ball. And sometimes that line is going to be a direct line, like in this situation where it's not on, I peel back. That's a direct line. Sometimes it's going to be an indirect line. And what I mean by that is if this inside pass is being taken away because of where the defender's sitting, I can create a line into space this way, right? And so the line is more indirect. It's into space, but sure enough, there's still a line. And so your ability to recognize that and make that run is what will create that pass. So the last thing I want to say is we want to just try and get numbers around the ball all over the field. And so as we play it forward, or no matter where it is, let's get numbers. Let's try and create clean lines to the ball. And then secondly, let's make sure our spacing is good. Too often we get on top of one another, and this makes it really easy for one defender to defend 3 people. And so let's create clean lines, but then let's also have good spacing. And then when we have it, and when we have a chance to, when we do break pressure, let's go.